Hi guys, this is Teddy and welcome back to my survival let's play. Today we are working on episode 12. Now as you can see, I've done a little bit more work in the area. I have tidied up a little bit, put a bit more lighting in just to this area so far because I wanted to see how it was looking before I went mad and did the whole lot. But this is looking really quite good. Now I need to figure out a little something to go in this corner and this corner, but at the moment I'm kind of happy at being empty, I have to say. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to start work on the second floor and hopefully get the bamboo farm in as well. I might even find myself a bit of time to get this boxed in as well to make it look a bit more pretty. I don't know as yet, but what we're going to do effectively today is start by going up here, if the scaffolding will let me climb, thank you very much, and start filling in the floor for the next level. And once we get to this stage over here, I'm going to be putting a little round motify little thing in the middle here as well. So what I'll do, guys, I'll cut off here and I will come back to you guys once I've got at least these 4 pieces of floor in play. Alrighty guys, so I might have got a little bit carried away with what I was doing. As you can see, instead of just finishing the white bit and coming back to you guys, I've actually finished the entire floor. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, you can see what it's going to come together like. I've basically carried on this sort of style on the next level up. So we're going to have all the beams flying up through the floors, all the way through the ceiling when we eventually get to the top. And I've also had ideas of throwing a bit more torch, a bit more light around this area as well, because once I started getting this in, I noticed how dark it was on this floor, and to the point I was actually getting mobs spawning all over the place. Now, as I previously stated, I do want to decorate this area somewhat. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that yet. That's why I've just put some end rods down for now. I also need to do a bit of decoration over here. Now I'm thinking my up-down elevators are going to be here, but I figured out they're going to have to sit about here, which is really far forwards. So I'm contemplating the idea of actually having my up-down elevators here. So I've got glass panes going all the way up my beams, and then have the soul sand and the magma blocks there and there, for example, and again magma block, soul sand, and having 4 elevators going up surrounded by glass panes, all 4 blocks. Now I think this would be quite a cool idea. It'll look pretty good. It's just the problem is right now I've only got the 1 beacon, so that might be something you have to rectify in the near future as well. Now when it ascertains to the next level, if I grab my rockets out, if it'll let me fly, it'll be even better. There we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. As you can see from above, it actually looks really quite cool. But all I've done so far up here is throw a bit of temporary lighting in place. And again up here we're going to have mostly farms. So the idea I've got is I'm going to have a pumpkin farm in one area, I'm going to have a melon farm in the other, and a couple of other farms in here as well. Although at the moment I don't really know what other 2 farms are going to be in there. But this thing is really chucking out some sugarcane. I looked in this chest and thought, oh, it's not doing too well. I looked in this one, I've got another nearly 2 rows of stacks. So yeah, that's throwing out pretty well. And our cactus farm is also throwing out pretty well. That's not our cactus farm, that's a sugarcane farm. But the cactus farm is also chucking out quite a decent amount of cactus. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. This level is near enough there, other than putting in our bamboo farm and our kelp farm. Although I'm going to wait to do the kelp farm until it's 1.16, simply because, well, it's broken right now, and I don't want to put it in while it's broken because I have to go back in and break all the kelp and replant it all. So I'm going to wait till 1.16 drops before I do anything with that. But I'm going to start making plans to do this one. Now, I've got materials together here. We've got all of our glass, well, I say all of our glass, that's nothing compared to what I've got in there. But we've got our water bucket, we've got 50 sets ready to go. Although we don't really need much in the way of water. We're going to need some ice for this build as well, so I'll go get myself a bit of ice. And I'm going to start work on this one, guys. I'm going to go for a similar setup to the sugarcane farm. So I'm going to have it all drop down into a water elevator and then fly back up. The only difference being is it's going to all drop to the bottom. It's not going to drop to halfway and then fly back up from the halfway point. It's going to drop all the way down to the bottom on this one and go all the way back up. So the reason I did that is, I can't remember why I did that actually. There was a very good reason for it though. In reality, I didn't really need that. I kind of just drop all the way down. But whatever, we got it in place, and I might change that later. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm going to start work on this one, guys, and I'll hop back to you once I've got a little bit of work done. Alrighty guys, so I've got the bottom level of this thing all figured out. I've also got the water system prepped. It's not actually in yet. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hop on Twitch and I'm going to do a wee stream and I'll get it done over there and I'll come back to you guys once this bad boy is finished. So basically all we got is a standard farm with grass blocks or dirt blocks, doesn't matter which. Bamboo is going to sit down on there, I don't have that on me right now. We've got a nice ice stream going down here. And unfortunately the last one doesn't get caught, but it does catch the others coming through. So the ones that drop here do get caught and they'll get pushed through even without actually having a water stream underneath them, which is really quite convenient. So I will see you guys after I've done the stream. Alrighty, so as you can see behind me, the bamboo farm is now complete all the way to the roof. And oh my god, it is big. And I haven't had this thing running very long, probably about 30 minutes, and obviously what is running while I was building it as well. But yeah, you got over 10 stacks in that chest. There's a little bit in this chest as well, because for some reason it's knocking into this chest as well. I'm not sure why that's doing that. But there's another 5 and a bit stacks there, and a few drop types that side. But yeah, we got quite a lot done. You'll notice I did change the design of the collection system somewhat. You'll notice that the slab is gone in place of a couple of buttons. I've also dropped down the level of the water just one block before the water ended, just to make sure the water stream goes all the way to where I want it to go to, just to stop that loss from that row there, because I noticed on the sugarcane farm over here we were getting quite a bit of loss. Now we're still getting a little bit of loss, as you can see from that one up there, where the items are shooting up and actually shooting through the glass. They're glitching through the glass occasionally. But I don't know really what to do about that apart from put a solid block on top of there, and that's going to ruin the look of the farm by doing that. So it's one of them catch-22s. Do I put a glass, leave it as glass, or do I change it? To be fair, we're only seeing a couple of pieces of sugarcane get lost at a time, so it's not really much of a loss. You'll also notice that I now don't have a second catching stream for the water, for the sugarcane. The ice is gone. There's a couple of bits that just get stuck on there. Again with the bamboo farm, you get the same story. It is unfortunate, guys, but this thing has been chucking out quite nicely just while I was making the other farm. So we've now got 18, 23. Yeah, we've got about 30 stacks going on in there, 30, 40 stacks. So we're doing pretty well. As you can see, guys, this goes really, really fast. So yeah, we are done with 3 of the farms. As I previously stated, the Kelp Farm is not going to get done yet. I'm waiting for 1.16 to drop. I want to make sure this thing's actually working properly. We're doing some more testing in the creative world to make sure I can get this thing working how I want it to work before I actually build it. Because as I said, the last thing I want to do is to rip it down and start again once I've got a massive thing built like this. So carrying on downstairs, guys, as you saw earlier, I put the lighting system area set up for this one. I started putting the similar lighting thing in for this one. As you see, the bamboo start raining down. That's always nice to see. And then it shoots up the water stream into storage. Fantastic. And I put the lighting system over at the cacti farm as well, and it looks really quite tasty. So what I'm thinking of doing over here, which is probably my next project, I'm going to do a little decorating. I'm actually going to take the top ones of these away because they're not going to be needed and they're not particularly adding to the light levels, so we're not going to use those ones. But what we are going to do, we're going to grab some leaf blocks and we're going to make this thing look a bit prettier. So what I'll do, guys, I will grab my materials and I'll come back to you in a minute. Alrighty guys, so I've got a little bit of materials together. I've got a few leaf blocks, got some quartz together. And basically my plan for this is I want to have a little entrance way with some of the leaves running down the sides like so. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm also going to put a leaf block on the top of these ones, just to continue the look. That does look pretty good too. Kind of short lamps as you come in. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on top of these leaf blocks here. I might leave them as they are, but I had the idea that I wanted some kind of water feature in here. So what we're actually going to do with this is we're going to dig this little tiny area out here. And we're going to then surround the area with our quartz stairs, because we want to keep the white feature going. Oh, upside down, Teddy. Can I make place blocks without breaking extras, guys? I mean, you know, it'd be just a convenient little feature if I could do that. And let's just put that bit of concrete back in there as well. We don't want to have that missing because it looks ugly. There we go. That's a quartz block. That's not a concrete block, is it? There's my concrete blocks there. Anyway, while I'm still messing around doing that, we're going to have this little feature right here. We're going to knock this torch out of here. If we don't want this torch in here, we're going to actually get rid of that. Because what I want is the two pieces here and here. And then we're going to cover the rest of it with a few slabbies. So we're going to have to make that look a little bit prettier in there as well. So what we'll do with that is we're not going to waste the quartz doing that. We're going to do a little bit of concrete. That's a slab. Oh, I can't place the right blocks today. Been a long day already and it's only at 12:15. Doing well. Alrighty, so that's going to be our little drop into there. And then for this, I'm thinking I might do a bit more white. Let's work with... no, I don't want leaves, mate. I don't want leaves. So it's a bit more lighting. I'm going to put a quartz block here. Then we're going to grab out our end rods. Go end rod there, end rod there. And we're going to throw a leaf block on the top of that little bad boy. Ethical little place for me. There we go. Happy days. And we're going to repeat all four corners. And that's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to do this side, I'm going to do that side, and I'm going to get the water in place, and I'll come back to you once it's complete. Alrighty, so I decided to get rid of the leaves again that were on the pathway leading in because I thought it was just too much. I've got the water in, it looks really good with the water in there, by the way, guys. I've got a bit of hidden glowstone. Believe it or not, the end rods aren't giving me enough light over here, so I threw some glowstone hidden away down there. Now, I wanted to do the same up there, but I'm not quite sure how to manage it, because if I break the blocks above where the water starts, that's actually the floor above, and that's not going to work for me, so I can't really do that. The other idea I had was possibly doing a bit of upside down quartz action on the stair front, to see if that makes a difference. Then I can get away with putting the hidden glowstone in there, but of course past 1.16 again the stair blocks will not get the light through, so it will still be dark up there. Now I'm not so bothered about darkness up high, it's darkness down low. I had an enderman spawn here a little while back. That's because even with all these end rods about, there's still a lot of dark spots knocking about, so I do need to figure out a better lighting solution that's not hidden lights, because I need this thing lit up. I'm not 100% sure quite how I'm going to do it yet, so I might go for something along the lines, if I can match up some of these, you know, like this one here. I might do a beam of light going from bottom to top. I don't really know, that doesn't match up, so that's not going to work. I'll leave that there for now though. And in fact, I've got to put another one on that side to bring a light up a bit there. But yeah, I will have a little play with it and I'll see what happens really, because at the moment I'm a little bit stumped on how to get the lights working. But that does look really quite nice as an entrance. I think that looks pretty cool. So we're going to leave that in place at least. So that's another thing off the list. Now, as for the rest of the episode, I haven't really got much planned because I expected that to take a lot longer than it actually did. And of course, putting in the second floor took a lot less time than I thought I'd be getting through as well in the episode time. So I did mention earlier I might try and box this thing in. I think that's probably what we're going to do next. Kind of hide this away a little bit, make it look a bit prettier, a bit cleaner. You know, just get some of this a little bit more hidden just to make it so it's still functional. We're going to have a door entrance thingy majiggy bob here. That probably comes from like this block, you know, from their block to their block. And it might even contain some kind of leaves, because that actually does look pretty good. So, yeah, leave it with me, guys. I'll have a little play, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. Alrighty, guys. So I've had a little bit of a play, and as you can see, I have come up with a bit of a design. Now, this I actually really quite like, and I might have to kind of incorporate it a bit more into some of the other parts. Maybe put a little something around this, but I quite like this being exposed. I didn't want that exposed, which is why I wanted to put a cover around it. But, you know, you can still see the odd bits here and there. You can see the odd redstone block, odd rail. You come around the front, you can see it's a furnace array, basically, which is what I wanted of it. But it's a really, really simple, really classy looking design. And it also adds quite a bit of light into the area because I've lit it up really well. So that part is now done. What else are we going to do for today? Right, I'll tell you what else we're going to do for today. I am going to get rid of my tree farm. That's right, you heard me correctly. I want to move the tree farm. I don't want it round by the old base area. I've decided I'm going to continue building over there, and I don't want that to be over there anymore. I want to move it so it's somewhere over that way. Or even possibly, might be slightly better having it round the back of this building. As this is kind of the industrial area, I could extend the grass out this way, take up some of this desert here, and have my tree farm around here. Oh, hello, friendly husky. How are you today? You're falling off your block. Oh, there's a party going on over here. What's going on here? Hello. Can I come join the party? Am I allowed? A bit of a party going on there. Let's make it so they can actually get out again, shall we? What have we got we don't want? Gonna take the gold armor. It's gonna come in useful in the future. But anyway, as the sun comes up, I think we're gonna actually expand this area here towards the Shatter Savannah over there. And we're going to put our tree farm down here because this looks like quite a decent open space. We can stretch the tree farm around here, so maybe have a couple of little trees around here. I think I'm going to continue with the oak leaf vines as well because I think that looks pretty good. So if we come around here where I started this thing, we're going to continue this, but this probably will have to wait to the next episode because I do like how this looks, and from the feedback I have been given, you guys seem to like it as well. So I'm going to have to work on continuing that up building. What else we got planned for today? There's nothing else planned for today, guys. So what I'm going to do, I will head over to the other side where the tree farm is, and we're going to tear that bad boy down, and I will show you the completed. Well, I'll show you once I've torn it all out, basically. Okay, guys. So as you can see, the tree farm is no longer here. And I've got one grass block left. I'm just going to throw that down somewhere in a minute just to make it look a bit better. A bit of space here for a while. You'll also notice that I've actually been a little busy actually. I was going to work out some chunk borders. I was going to show you guys how to do it. But in 1.14.6 we've actually got a couple of glitches back. Now one of them is it broke villagers again. I spent about 2 hours trying to get my villagers back to where I want them to be. I've got myself a couple of mending villagers back, but my fortune guy, he disappeared completely. He's vanished. So, yeah, that's fun. I lost one of my farmers as well. But yeah, on the what I was actually going to show you guys, which is what I was hoping to be able to show you guys, was actually how to work out a chunk border. Now, the game has actually very kindly done this for me, as you can see here. This is a 16 by 16 chunk. Now, I put a separation border around the edge of it, and I put torches on the top. Now, regularly, when the game is working properly, when you put torches next to it, it will light it up. I'm deliberately not lighting this up because of the glitch. I wanted to show you what the glitch does. So, if I put a torch in here, it'll actually break the lighting glitch and the chunk will disappear. I don't want to do that right now because I want to take advantage of this fact and set out some chunks. And I've already done that this way because I'm planning on building my new villager area here, which is out of range of that one. So I'm not sure why I bother fixing all them other than the fact I need the mending books. So out this way we are going to be having our new villager area. And I'm basically going to be building a town area. I did this build a while back on a friend's realm, and it was going all good until someone griefed it to... Oh, hello. Ooh, you could come in handy. Let's see if I can get these guys to fall down in this hole. Cute, there's one. Fall down the hole, please. Come on. Let's switch over to this. Probably got thorns on as well, so I don't really want to do too much damage to them. Missed. No, missed again. Come here. No. Get into the bloody hole. No. Come on. Get in the hole. You did that by yourself. You're smart. Your buddy here is not so much. See, I should put trapdoors on here, really, but if I can just get them to fall in. I'm dancing with the villager. Come here. Come on. I need you guys. I'm actually going to do the whole curing of villagers to start this one off. Bingo. Gotcha. Right, so now we have them guys. I actually only got the one piece of dirt from that, so that sucks. We put that one there. And we'll grab a few more from over here. Yeah, over this way we fine. I'm going to have to fill this all back in at some point anyway, so it doesn't matter where I actually get these from right now. So I do need these though, and I need to sort this out before these guys burn. So there we go. Whack a torch on there so I know they're villagers. And hopefully, because they're in a 1x2 gap, they shouldn't despawn, but this is Bedrock, so you never know. Anyway, that's extended this clip a little bit longer than I wanted to extend it to, and took me away from what I was talking about. So, oh yes, chunk borders. Yes, the lighting glitch. So yeah, that's the easiest way currently, and how once 1.16 comes, they fix this. This disappears, this lighting glitch. So I will have to show you at some point in the future how to figure out chunk borders without the lighting glitch in play. But I currently have measured out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chunks currently measured out in this. Well, there's 6 here, and then you got 7 and 8. Now, the reason for this is because I want my villager area to be in these 6 chunks. I might actually extend that out and make it 8 chunks, 9 chunks, and extend out this way. But the reason that we want the chunk borders is because once we get the villagers in place, like these guys for example, we want to keep them somewhere near the middle of the chunk. We don't want them on the edge because they'll end up despawning, like my guys over there did. So that is what we want to do with them. You're not burning, are you? No, it's like you're trying to get stuck in the block, but you're not burning, so that's fine. Hopefully they shouldn't burn, hopefully they shouldn't get stuck in the blocks. But yeah, basically this is what we're going to do. I'm going to be building a spruce town in here, believe it or not. That's why I'm going for spruce wood on my custom trees. Eventually I'm going to rip out these oak trees again and put the spruce trees in place, custom ones. because I kind of like the custom trees. They look quite cool. So that's going to be the project to get started on for the next episode, because I really enjoy building these things. And I'm going to be having like different buildings for different things, and the buildings will be different styles and all the rest of it. So we're going to have a librarian's building, we're going to have a mason's building, we're going to have a Fletcher building, we're going to have all sorts of stuff going on. But this chunk border thing totally took me away from the plans over here. The reason I'm getting rid of the tree farm, because I don't want the animals to be all cooped up in these pens anymore. I also want to change the path out so it's like that one over there. But the main reason is I don't want these animals all cooped up in here trying to stay within the chunk, because now I've seen the chunk border. The chunk border starts on this block here, and they're all trying to force themselves into this chunk, which is actually what's going on, why they push themselves into that corner of the pen, because it's not lined to chunks. If I take away like 4 fence posts this way and then extend it out that way so it's on the chunk border, it will actually, one, stop them transferring between pens, because I've actually got 4 sheep in this pen which weren't here earlier. And yeah, so that should be quite cool. So I'm going to start a wool farm, which is why we've got so many sheep, so I can start dyeing them bad boys up and get the wool farm set up. I'm also going to do an auto cow cooker that's going to run alongside my chicken cooker, so I can have steak as well as a food option, as well as having the chickens. And I've got myself a little egg farm in here, because I'm going to get a load of farmer villagers, and we're going to have an egg farm for trading the eggs with the farmers. So that's going to be cool. So I'm going to end the episode there, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you're looking forward to the next one, then hit that subscribe button. If you have liked today's episode, then please hit the like button. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.